Actually, I just need to... Actually, yeah, it doesn't matter at this point. Select the medium laser and fire. Doesn't matter if I have precision shot, because if I miss the precision shot and hit the torso, it blows. If I hit the leg, which is my target, it blows. One way or the other, if I hit, the fight's going to be over. 3, 2, 1, blow off the leg. Ah! No! Get your lance to the Argo, Commander. I'm just about done. Alright. I really wanted to get 2 quick draw salvage pieces instead of 1. And rest in peace, Decker. I don't think while I have never completed the Battletech campaign, I don't think I've ever had a campaign that Decker has survived on. It's done. I can't believe it. It really worked. The engines are online and I have thrust control. Go, now. Celebrate later. Roger that. Hang on, Commander. For the first time in 2 centuries, this beast is gonna fly. Decker, killed in action. Center torso cord. Well, if I can only get 1 quick draw piece, as much as I've got my fingers crossed and that it's going to give me the quick draw and the random, I can get a Jenner 7R and entire mech out of this. So that's the option I'm going to go with. Cross the fingers. Do we get the quick draw? No, we don't. Alright, well, at least we got a Jenner out of it. You've done excellent work, Commander Oassam, and you've earned yourself an opportunity to do more. Meet your real client. I don't believe she needs an introduction. I'm happy to see you again, Wild Mac, or should I say Commander. You've done well for yourself. The old man would be pleased. It must come as a shock to you, seeing us here at Alloway, seeing us at all. I apologize for that, but I had to be sure that you were the mech warrior I remembered before reaching out to you. And now with the Argo on its way to Lyriton for repairs, I know you are everything I remember and more. Can't believe the entire reach is convinced you're dead. She was dead. Lord Madeira too. I'm sorry, Lady Arano. but the news feeds ran footage of your dropship getting blown out of the sky on a loop for months. That wasn't her dropship. The broadcasts of her death were directorate propaganda, well crafted lies to keep the masses in line. And with that, Kamea, I'll leave you to your reunion. Best of luck with the negotiations and keep me apprised on whatever decision you come to. Lady Centrale's face winks off of the view screen. The dull blue glow of her hollow projection slowly dies away. Lady Centrella was right about the propaganda, Wild Mac. My uncle's directorate is run on lies, though in this case they very nearly became true. The directorate's assassins pursued us into the frontier. In the months following the coup, we had more than our fair share of close calls. Eventually they gave up looking for us, and we've been living in exile ever since. Where have you been? As far from directorate space as we could get without leaving the frontier. A miserable little backwater world of rock called Zathras. And so it begins. I wish that there was enough Babylon 5 information out there and enough interest for there to be a Babylon 5 MMORPG or a Babylon 5 game. And I'm not just talking about a game that's been modded with skins and stuff to look like Babylon 5 stuff, an actual B5 game. That would be so awesome. I'd play it in a heartbeat. It was a nasty and brutish planet full of internecine strife and bloody turmoil. There were power struggles and mad nobles, plagues and zealots and holy wars. So you're saying it was a typical frontier world? More or less. Living on Cormadir, I heard stories about the problems that many frontier systems faced, but I was detached. I never saw how rough life outside of the Oregon Coalition could get. My uncle's coup changed everything, Wild Mac, including me. You had Centrella send us after the Argo. I'd like to know why. In part, as a test of your abilities to make sure that your performance on Cormadir wasn't a fluke. Our experience in the coup has taught us to be careful, Commander Oassam. We couldn't just reach out to you on faith. But the Argo herself is more important as well. She isn't just a ship, Wild Mac. She's a symbol of reclamation, and birth, and the return of better days. You'll see for yourself soon enough. She was a majestic vessel once, a true product of the Star League. Under Dr. Murad's care, she will be again. Okay, you made it off, and you found me. Let's talk why. I imagine you've already guessed it. I intend to seek justice for my uncle's crimes. I intend to take back my throne, but I can't do it without you. We have resources, an army drawn from all across the frontier. Perhaps most importantly, we have the patronage of Lady Centrella, the tacit support of her government. That means money, a great deal of money. Majesty's bankrolling, huh? Unofficially, yes, using Lady Centrella as an intermediary. The Magistracy sees Kamea's claim to the throne as an asset worth paying for. They want to see the Directorate dealt with, but it isn't in their interest to do it themselves. They'd prefer to keep their hands clean. The Rimward Periphery is a powder keg, Wild Mac. Tensions between the Taurian Coordinate and the Federated Suns are high, and my uncle's military posturing could be viewed as provocation by either side. If open conflict between superpowers were to erupt, it'd be difficult for anyone to remain neutral. The Magistracy wants to avoid getting dragged into a major war. And you're House Centralla's best hope for a clean solution. They fill your war chest and remove the Directorate from the board, and the Magistracy lets tensions between the Federated Suns and the Taurians simmer down on their own. Am I reading the situation correctly, Lady Arano? Correctly enough, Mr. Oliviera, but understand that this isn't just about diffusing a dangerous situation. For me, taking on the Directorate is personal. My uncle betrayed me. The founding council has been reduced to a handful of powerless figureheads. Our very identity has been cut away and discarded. House Espinosa is long overdue for a reckoning, and with your help, I will bring them one. Join with me, Wild Mac, and we will not fail. You've already sold me. I pledge to your company. Your cause is honorable. If the price is right, we can do business. Yep. The price. Of course, Wild Mac, let us discuss your compensation. Pledge yourselves to me and I will buy your company's debts. All of them. You'll be free to travel and seek clients as you please, so long as you come to me when I call for you. And on the day that I reclaim my throne, your obligation to me will be forgiven, your debt wiped clean. Of course, you will also be paid for every battle you fight at our behest, at a rate that will feel quite generous given the clientele that you're accustomed to. Thanks to House Centrella, we have money to burn. I don't like the thought of being some noble pawn, but I don't like being unhawked to a bunch of loan sharks either. This sounds like a pretty good deal, boss. I'm just saying. I took down the scum that betrayed my family. Seems only right that I help you do the same. You've got the deal. Thank you, Wild Mac. I feel that Raju Montgomery is smiling down on us even now. I'll take my leave of you now. I have an army to rally and preparations to make, but it won't be long before I contact you again, and when I do, I'll need you to be ready. Prepare yourself and your company, Wild Mac. Our war is about to begin. Lady Arano just bought up all of our debt, Commander. That means no more banks restricting our jump ship access. We can travel to more systems now, but we should still steer clear of the major states. We don't want to look like we're going to cut and run. Good news, Commander. Once Doc Murad and her crew got that wrecked ship safely away, they found a Centurion in its cargo hold. It's not equipped for combat yet, but with a little love and attention, I think it could be returned to service. Swing by the mech bay to check it out and order a refit. And there's the mech coming back in the bay. There's the Jenner in the bay. And yet we're going to need to do repairs. And the Jenner can replace the Locust. Yes, Decker died. Okay, let's go to the mech bay. And we need to repair. Whoop, repair. Yes. Refit. Replace, replace, replace. Two medium lasers. Equipment. The jump jets. Alright, we're going to refit on, and for the time being, we're going to give it the autocannon 5, except, oh, do we have ammo? We do have ammo. Ammo goes in the feet. Medium lasers. Missiles. Let's check the store. Missiles. Wow, we don't even have... Okay, can we do an LRM, a couple of LRM-10s, make this a long-range boat? Ammo, LRM ammo, 120 rounds, so that's 12 rounds of ammunition. That should be plenty. 15 rounds of ammunition there. Okay, let's beef up the armor where we can. And for now, that will work on that mech. Okay, let's go to contracts. What's our travel time? 22 days. Okay, so let's go back to the mech bay and go to manage tasks. And I would rather have the Centurion up and running and the Vindicator up and running in our travel time. Now let's go to hiring hall.
Waiting for orders.
And let's
Ready for orders. Ready for orders. Ready for orders. Receiving you.
Alright, let's go with Hotwire to replace Decker.
New mech warriors available.
And let's go ahead and go. Do we want to go? No, let's just replace Decker for the time being. Okay, now we go to contracts. And we travel. Because I don't think we can do that next mission with 3.
Kick off your shoes and make yourself comfortable.
We could try this. And we can always scum save back if we need to. If we can pull this off without too much damage, that would be a good cash increase for us.
Command interface initiated.
Captured base is up ahead. Move in, engage the defenses, and start the demolition. Still on site, so be ready for opposition.
Okay, here we go.
Well, we are just going after the mission objectives,
Acknowledged.
unless we get lucky. Okay, so we've already got one mech on screen and it's unknown. We're going to reserve and let it move in. A Phoenix Hawk.
What's up, boss?
Okay, we're going to move up
Position
with
confirmed.
our bigger mech. I doubt we're going to hit, but we're going to do our best.